I've been quite sick the last few days, and my dear mother came over to help make me feel better by cooking me tinola, which is the Philippines chicken soup. It's something that I grew up with and I had all the time whenever I was sick and on cold, rainy days. So she brought her own ingredients over and she got some chicken thighs, onion, garlic, ginger, Buddhist melon, patis, chicken broth. She got straight to work. My dog was so happy to see her. She hasn't seen her in a few weeks and missed her terribly. My partner Simon picked her up because she was just wondering what was happening in the kitchen. And she's a retired police dog, so she's naturally very curious. And when she was happy there were no bombs being made in the kitchen, she calmed down a bit. But she also realized she didn't really fancy Buddhist melon. So Buddhist melon's quite slimy, so my mum is using a glove to try and get a little bit of extra grip. It's kind of like trying to hold onto a bar of soap. So once she cuts that open, she gets rid of the middle, kind of like when you decore an apple slice, and then she chops it up into smaller pieces. This is my Lola's recipe, so she was just remembering how my Lola would tell her off for wasting so much of the melon by cutting off the ends there. She was saying that my Lola would have been screaming at her, "You're wasting it, you're wasting it." But my mum didn't fancy. She said it would be too difficult for me to chew, especially since I hadn't eaten in a few days. So here she is just chopping it up small. She'd peeled the ginger and she was slicing it very finely. She also used half a bulb of garlic, and here she was dicing it and cutting up a white onion. I'm trying to do this voiceover all in one, so I'm really apologize that it's not the best. She also washed the chicken, and she said to really get under the skin and get rid of all that sliminess. She added a bit of oil to a pot and put the ginger in to get fragrant. She added a bit of patis, and patis is basically fish sauce, not fish oil, and you could use any kind, but the Philippine version is obviously the best. You then add in the onion and garlic, then put the chicken thighs in, skin side down, give that a good mix all together. And then we used an organic low sodium chicken broth just as a healthier option to make the soup base. And so you let that boil, put the lid over so halfway so it doesn't boil over. My mum was teaching my partner how to make this for me in the future. And then once that's boiled, you put in the Buddhist melon to get it really nice and soft. And this is me plating it up. I was so excited to eat finally after a few days. So that's how I normally eat it ever since I was a child. And this is the after, which I think I did